Steve is probably enormously uncomfortable with everyone saying such nice things about him. And to that I have to say, Steve, that's just too bad.
We have always been treated from the greeting at the door to the teller at the window to the loan officer with a great deal of respect, as if we were the only customer of Denali State Bank. And I have to say, I believe that is instilled at the top with Steve's approach to his business, the seriousness he has at Denali State Bank, and also his relationship with his employees.
What I appreciate about Steve is his ability to get to know each and every one of his employees, no matter what position they have within the bank.
One of the really great things about Steve that he brings for us is to be part of a family. We work together, and I think in doing that, we are a more dynamic team. And I think that's a style of leadership that Steve brings to the table.
I think he represents the new generation, newer wave of role models. He's the president of the bank, but he's accessible to anybody who walks in and wants to chat with him or ask him a question or complain.
He inspires you to make your own decisions, to find solutions to problems that might be outside of the box. And as a young manager, I was hired here when I was 28. Seeing him be calm and collected in a variety of situations helped me remain calm and collected, and has helped me grow as a person.
He's just always there for us.
And I believe that he provides that environment because he wants it to be a great place for people to be.
Steve's dedication to ensuring that Denali State Bank is a family-friendly organization is huge to me. My role as a banker is important, but so is my role as a mother. Steve has always made it clear that family comes first, and I really appreciate that.
I remember a specific time when I was close to my due date. Steve gave up his parking spot, which is right next to the building, and so the fact that he was willing to give me his parking spot so that I could not have to waddle across the parking lot was really appreciated, and just goes to show that he does really care about his people.
One thing he does is encourage us to get involved in the community, and he's very supportive of that. It gives us an opportunity to feel like we're giving back as the community bank, and it feels great.
This is an individual with a real commitment to this place. Not only the banks that he's been associated with, but personally, his commitment to our community.
Steve's contribution to Fairbanks is huge, and it's why I enjoy working with him so much.
He serves and has served on a number of boards. Through the bank, they've been able to financially contribute at a somewhat sustaining level for a lot of very important and critical needs in our community.
And being engaged with these organizations makes our whole community healthier and better. With this positive approach, he's just a joy to work with.
The military is a huge part of the Fairbanks community, and Steve Lundgren understands that.
He's been a great advocate of the F-35s.
I say Steve's probably the most active and best volunteer military support in our community.
You cannot ask for any better liaison for the military than that.
Steve's leadership at Denali State Bank, what they did is they provided $100,000 in funding for the surgery center that was just built, and that's huge for the community.
I had the privilege of working with Steve last year as a co-chair for the American Heart Association Heart Walk. One of the things that I really loved about him was just his kindness and his calmness. No matter what obstacles came at him, he could roll with the punches.
Steve is highly involved in the racquetball community. He plays in the senior games, and he always is the gold medalist, and so we here at the bank always tend to poke fun at him a bit.
Steve is a proud, and I underline proud, recipient of 3 of those medals.
He loves winning those gold medals.
You know, Steve is mighty proud of those medals, but
there's no one else in the division.
I mean, congratulations, Steve, right?
everyone knows Steve as a very nice guy.
He's really pretty smooth out there in the community.
Oh, Steve is loved and known by all, but when you put him on the racquetball court,
his personality changes significantly.
He's really not a nice guy.
He's a competitor.
Aggressive.
Steve, chase a ball down and just drive it right into you. Oops, did you miss that?
You don't want to be in front of him because if it's go for the point or hit you with the ball, he'll hit you with the ball.
I've been hit by Steve plenty of times.
Has no remorse for you because you were in his way.
And I have the bruises to prove it.
He'll even hit you when he's on your team.
I'm his partner. He hit me 3 times in the identical same spot on my rear.
He has smacked me a couple of times.
Steve hits me every chance he gets.
Oh yeah, he loves it.
Mean.
Well, tenacious.
No, not tenacious. He's aggressive on the racquetball court.
He is, in fact, ruthless.
He loves hitting you.
I'd call him a badger. A badger, yeah. Or maybe a wolverine.
Hooah!
So when you step on that court with us, you better put your big boy pants on because we come to play. We're playing doubles in here on a Saturday morning.
And Steve makes a great dive for a shot.
But in his hurry to get there, he slipped forward and crashed his head into the wall.
And he just went down.
He hit the floor.
And we think he's okay. We go up there.
So Mike and I, we look at each other.
We're standing over him. He doesn't move.
You okay? Steve, you okay?
Nobody really wanted to revive him, but Sam offered, so we let Sam do it.
And he finally came to.
Oh, and then they looked up and saw 3 guys standing over him.
Mike said, you know, the bad thing about it, Sam was the only one who gave you mouth to mouth.
I can think of no better recipient of this award than Steve Lundgren.
He provides an environment where people can really come together and flourish.
He works hard, and yeah, I can't think of a better recipient. Good job, Steve.
He's very supportive of the work we do with children. Deep down, that's who Steve is. That's why he's a community leader. And that's why he put other people before his own needs.
And it's that kind of commitment to community that really makes Fairbanks a wonderful place to live.
Even when something's not going right, Steve doesn't say anything bad. He's just real even keel.
He just always comes at you with a kindness and a calmness.
He does what he says, and he says what he means.
He's always upbeat and positive. He's always looking for solutions. Doesn't look back, he looks forward.
He has a good heart.
He really takes that role of being a mentor, and he takes it seriously. And I personally have gained a tremendous amount of support from him in my short time, and I appreciate it.
He just encourages you to be who you want to be.
There's no one that I know of better deserving of this award than Steve. He's just a great leader and has done so much for our community.